I'll do it. I'll do it. Do it to it. Go and do it. Y'all do it. Get it. Spread yourself. Spread yourself. Spread yourself, spread yourself, spread yourself, spread yourself, spread yourself, spread yourself, spread
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Detroit and New York City has some of the worst air quality in the world right now because of smoke from wildfires in Canada.
It's nasty out. My asthma is bad in general, and this is much worse.
He's in Boston. The air pattern carrying that smoke south into the eastern U.S. stick around for a few more days. It had been at higher altitudes, not affecting surface air quality. Water's rising farther downstream of a breached dam in southern Ukraine.
The situation is literally critical, says Oleksandr Reva. If it rises another 3 feet, we will lose our house. At least 42,000 people are thought to be at risk. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says hundreds of thousands don't have clean water to drink.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. The Ukrainians and Russians accuse each other of blowing that dam up. Democrat Mike Johnston wins a runoff election for mayor in Denver. He's a former state senator, teacher, and school principal. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1, WSME.
Live and local. Real Talk starts now.
And today being the 7th of June, I think it is. Yes, I'm right.
You're good.
It's a Wednesday.
You're even better.
Okay, we're good. I'm Rayford Brown,
And I'm Lee Barris.
and Kelly is she's home, trying to recover from some stuff and trying to get back in condition, get ready to rock and roll.
That's right.
So anyway, we're here.
Wish her the best.
Coming up this morning in about half hour, we've got Dr. Rosemary Stein and here to talk about things that ail us and things that ail children, and perhaps as we approach the end of a school year, some advice to parents and to what they should be doing with their kids this year. And just because it's vacation time from schools, many of them, doesn't mean the education should stop.
Oh, I agree.
So, we'll get some little bit of advice from that. At 8 o'clock this morning, we've got Peter Wright going to join us. Peter is he's a consultant. He's a guy that if you got questions about all of these people calling you from Medicare, Medicaid, and everything else, and they still are relentless.
Yes.
They
and
just don't slow down.
I have good news too. Yesterday, I went to go see my primary doctor for my 6-month checkup and was concerned because I had changed some of my insurance where before I was paying no copay. And I was concerned, well, is this going to affect my copay? Nope, no copay at all yesterday.
Oh, good for
Had
you.
blood tests taken and scripts to have the other tests done. It's just tests that you should have done every year. And no copay. So
Well,
thank you, Peter.
That's always good.
Plus, I'm saving $100 a month on my health insurance.
Well, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've been talking with him this morning, and if you've got some questions, you feel free to call and ask him the questions when he's here. Our number, go ahead and write it down in case something comes up, 910-333-0139, 910-333-0139.
And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, look right over our shoulders. It's right up here
The
on the
number's
wall.
up here. 2 people killed, 5
Sad.
others injured yesterday after a guy opened fire near the Virginia Commonwealth University following a high school graduation ceremony. Apparently, several schools hold their graduations at that auditorium at Virginia Commonwealth. VCU police said the shooting occurred around 5:13 in the afternoon in the area of Monroe Park near the campus theater, after a recently concluded graduation ceremony for Huguenot High School. One of the victims killed was an 18-year-old male who had just graduated.
So sad.
Imagine 12 years of your life and 18 years all total, just blown away.
And you just reached a milestone by graduating.
Yeah. The other was a 36-year-old male. I just tried to tell, how stupid is this? How stupid.
Oh, it's so stupid. It is so sad. And I just don't understand the world that we've become.
This is not supposed to happen anywhere. We do not need to see the crap that goes on in Chicago every day spreading to the rest of this country.
Oh, I agree. Chicago's bad. Bad.
The names have not been released. Police believe the shooter knew at least one of the victims. Richmond police said 5 others were injured too. 2 people were treated for falls. 1 juvenile was struck by a car trying to get away and sustained injuries that were not life-threatening, and 9 people were treated at the scene for minor injuries or anxiety. I can just imagine. Police got a 19-year-old. He's in custody. He's going to be charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. What?
Second degree?
Why second degree? This puke brought a gun to a school graduation. That's called premeditation.
I would say so, yes.
Maybe brought more than 1 gun. I understand several guns were found. Unless everybody brought a gun. I don't get it. I'm having a hard time understanding why this kind of crap goes on.
It's every day anymore.
It is every day.
People have just gotten mean.
Yesterday, 22 hours ago, just as we were getting off the air, right here in Jacksonville,
Yes.
at the 108 Shady Street, that's a trailer park. Don't know exactly where it is.
Not far from here.
Sheriff's office responded to shots fired. 1 individual had been shot and had been taken to Onslow Memorial. Suffered serious injuries. They're not life-threatening. That's the good news. The victim has been identified as 20-year-old Daniel Morales. He will recover from his injuries. Apparently stemmed from some sort of an altercation that took place involving folks that the victim knew. Several people fled from the scene in a red Ford Mustang. Investigators have identified several persons of interest. Those names, of course, are not being released yet. The investigation is still going on, and they're tracking down various leads. If you've got information about this yesterday, if you know anything about it, maybe you can add to it. Detective Coleman with the Sheriff's Office, just 910-455-3113, 910-455-3113. Or you can contact Crime Stoppers if you don't want your name released, if you want to be totally anonymous, 910-938-3273, 910-938-3273. I could give you a long report number, but it'll do no good because you won't remember it.
Well, it should be easy to
Yeah.
spot a red Ford Mustang. So
Yeah, yeah. Somebody knows who it is and can provide some more information. The sheriff's office, pretty sure they know who it is, but they've just got some leads to track down. Crime Stoppers, by the way, offers rewards cash of up to $5,000 for information that's deemed of a value or assistance to law enforcement. Information can also anonymously be texted via the text a tip by typing tip, TIP, the number 4 CSJAX. Okay.
which would be Crime Stoppers Jacksonville.
Yep. And your message
CS.
to 274-637. You may remain anonymous and never have to reveal your identity. And they will give you a code number, and you can call back and check in and see if your tip actually helped at any time. And if it did, they will arrange a drop. You just go to a bank and give them a number. They'll ask no questions, a certain bank, and they will ask you no questions will be asked. Your identity will not be known, and you don't have to file an Internal Revenue Service tax form.
Well,
How's that?
that's a big plus.
Because nobody
That's
knows.
incentive.
Nobody knows how you got the money, and nobody at Crime Stoppers or anywhere else knows who you are.
Crime Stoppers does a great job.
That's a great job. So anyway, just FYI.
Well, you heard about Craven County's big drug bust.
I heard a little bit.
Yeah, Craven County Sheriff Chip Hughes announced the ongoing illegal drug enforcement efforts over the past 3 months, which resulted in 36 people arrested on various drug and firearm charges.
That's a good deal over 3 months. That's a good takedown.
Yes, through these arrest and enforcement activities, heroin and fentanyl,
Oh, good.
4,006 grams, which equals 46,000 dosage units.
46,000 people that could have been killed.
Yes, methamphetamine, 17,214 grams, cocaine, 1,347 grams. And they were also seized a total of 24 firearms illegally possessed by convicted felons or firearms that were reported stolen.
Yay. Good.
And listen to this, $91,691 in drug money was seized. There's some unhappy drug dealers.
Yeah, and I hope that their suppliers are unhappy because they probably owed somebody some money.
That's a huge bust.
And they can't get out of jail using that bond money, can they?
Well, with some of these laws now that they've strengthened over, drug dealers, and let's just hope they get the maximum.
And now it will be up to the courts. The district attorney, no, there's no let's make a deal here, okay?
No, let's not make a deal.
Let's just give up on that. Let's make a deal. They've got the guys. They've got them dead to rights. Put them away for the maximum period of time. If you can't do it in state court, move it on over to federal court, because I am absolutely sure that some of this stuff could be tried in federal court. And little buddy, my little mascot buddy here, Sharkwave.
He was raising a fit. He wanted to come in.
Knocked on the door and said, open the door. I got to check you out.
You can't ignore him.
Nope, not at all.
Well, in North Carolina political news, let me hit you with this one. Democrats in the state Senate want North Carolina to hold a special election if an elected official changes political parties.
Oh, bull.
Do you remember last month when the Democratic representative Tricia Cotham changed from Democrat to Republicans?
Yeah.
Well, the Democrats are mad now. A bill filed Tuesday morning dubbed the Voter Fraud Protection Act will call for such elections. It would also require campaign contributions to a party switching official to be refunded to donors who request their money back. And this bill comes after State Representative Tricia Cotham switched to the Republican Party in April.
Whoa. They didn't jump up and down when Eric Whitfield switched from Republican to Democrat.
I mean, that's county level. That's a whole nother thing. We can talk about that later. Giving Republicans a veto-proof supermajority in the General Assembly.
Well, that's good.
You know, if the roles would reverse,
they wouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
So, what a messy world we live in the political arena. It's bad enough outside, but inside the world of politics, it's like, holy.
Well,
moly.
talking about politics.
Let's go to the school board meeting.
Let's go to the school board meeting. I have to give my kudos to school board member Melissa Oakley for, first of all, she shouldn't have had to done this, but for speaking up against mental health awareness. She had an episode a couple years ago, like we've all been through things, and sought medical counseling for it. And someone, which we all know who, was able to obtain 911 information when the call was made for assistance, which was, I'm not going to go into all that, but I think there's some stuff there that it was obtained wrongfully. And her private personal medical information was given out, which should have been
HIPAA
redacted.
violation.
That's right. So anyway, the social media post was more or less challenging her mental ability to be a school board member, which I think she's done an outstanding job. But to have to defend yourself against such attacks is one thing. I think county commissioners brought something up with their stuff the other day. Lisa Brown spoke about a social media post that was attacked in the county that involved her. So, but I have to give kudos to Miss Oakley for bringing the subject of mental health awareness to the table.
Yeah,
and
I do too. Good.
What's sad is that a lot of people are afraid to seek mental counseling because of the stigma that's being attached by people like this that has to post something as personal as that. And I'm glad to see a lot of our elected officials now standing up for themselves. I think that's great. But when you have a group of people that constantly want to bash you and bring out personal things that happen in your life, just because they think they have the power. Well, you know what? You're nothing but a bully. You're a bully.
You're a puke.
Yes, I agree 100%. And it's sad. I know there's been some social media postings about two of our commissioners being vertically challenged, because they're not as tall as you are. Well, let me tell you what, take a look in the mirror because we all have something. We all have something we would like to have different. Yes.
There's no one that we all can't say. We all can say something negative about somebody.
That's
we can
right.
just pick on something.
Yes.
The loss of hair, ding, for me.
Getting a little chubby around the middle.
Well, I've lost some around the middle.
Yes, you have.
You have. That would be a good thing.
Skin starting to sag a little bit.
Yeah,
a few
got
wrinkles
that going
here and
on.
there. Gray hairs.
Got bruising happening on a regular basis.
I do the same thing.
So, and some things happen with age.
Well, Kmart closed and we don't have those blue light cells anymore that we can go and get a new something. I mean, we all have something. There's people that enhance their features because it makes them feel better. Well, I say, take a look in the mirror. You're so quick to criticize other people. Take a look in the mirror.
Yeah.
There's going to be something there you don't like.
Yeah, and probably that mirror will crack on some of you. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Pew. Oh, goodness.
And let's see, we got a caller this morning. Good morning.
Well,
I did answer it, didn't I?
Yes, I think you got a
Maybe
red
we got
light.
two of
I
them.
don't know. Maybe
Good morning.
so.
Oh, hello.
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 Hey. That ain't no big thing when someone calls you crazy. What's that? Kelly called me crazy on the air. Said
Where have you been, Eric?
Mentally unfit, and I'm trash because I'm mentally ill. I guess is what she was implying. But I don't think people are trash just because they have a mental illness, because it's treatable nowadays.
Well, we're
But I
not
don't believe
saying
anybody
mental.
trash to see it throw them away because they're mentally ill. And I don't think elected officials are crop they get criticized.
Well, I think people, you don't necessarily have mental illness, but you have episodes that happen that have caused you mental stress or strife, and sometimes you just need to talk to somebody. And I just applaud anybody that's not scared to go seek counseling or help. I applaud anyone who does that.
Yep.
And men,
I got you.
especially, men are the worst about
just know you-
seeking help.
Your show is guilty of, attacking people for mental health issues. And so I just wanted to call you out. I mean, I know that not the two of you did, but it did happen on your show when your co-host.
Well, I don't think
So,
she was
I don't-
attacking you. I think she was saying that she felt like you needed some help. So,
And that I was trash and shouldn't be allowed to do things and that normal people can do.
oh, Eric, I will defend her and say
Serve-
she never
can't
called you
serve office
trash.
because she implied that I couldn't serve in office because I was mentally ill without any proof. At least this person had some proof. She's like Kelly, just spewing off,
All right.
just trying to rile me up or whatever.
So
assault me,
what are you
whatever it's
doing
called.
these days, Eric?
I think. What's that?
What are you doing these
Oh,
days?
you've been awful quiet. What have you
Well,
been up to?
All my legal issues were settled about a week ago, and then someone filed a lawsuit in a district court.
I
same
heard
thing.
last
It
night
was
that
in U.S. District Court.
well, the school board went to a closed session last night to discuss that. When they came back out, they explained that it was concerning the lawsuit that someone was filing against the school board, and that was when you were involved in all that.
Yeah, I think May 30th when it was filed.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I can't talk too much about it, but
I
yeah, that's all
understand.
that's going on. Otherwise, I'm living my life and watching the field for 2024, see what's going to happen.
Oh no! Please tell me, are you going to run again?
I'd like to see Walter Scott run again.
Well, you two, in my opinion, are peas in a pod.
Well, government employees, they own the county. If they want more, they demand more. Then if you give them more, they demand more. Then you give them more, they demand more. You give them more, they demand more. I think I'm okay with them having a little bit of accountability, see what's going on, because they get everything they want and it doesn't look right. So I think it's fine that Walter Scott is looking into it. And then the other county commissioners just want to silence and tell them to shut up, stop poking around. Those are government employees. They are untouchable. They get everything they want.
Well, did you
Yeah,
read the
I-
resolution? Did you read the censure resolution?
Oh, well, I didn't finish watching it to see what the outcome was, but I'm okay with
You might want to get a copy of that.
accountability.
You might want to get a copy of that and see what accountability is all about too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got to run. Thank you,
All
Eric.
right, take care, boss.
All right,
Thanks,
bye.
Eric.
Bye. Hey, Kelly,
Hey,
how you feeling?
I feel like crap actually.
Oh,
Yeah, and that phone call just added to it. Before I say why I called in, I want to go on record as saying I never called Eric Whitfield crazy, never called him trash as a counselor, would never do that. What I said was that I thought he needed an evaluation. That's what I said.
mm-hmm.
So, Eric, if you're going to accuse me of something, at least said correct. Don't go off, changing what I said, because that is not what I said. What I said. All right, the reason why I called, and that's all the time I'm going to spend on him, because he's not worth any more of my time. I called Melissa Oakley last night after watching that very long school board meeting. And besides the fact I have a question why they went into closed session and didn't just have that at a different time, that was weird to me. But I was asking her about what her and Laura Lynn Deptola, who got up and spoke, for more information on it. What I find even more disturbing and a major HIPAA violation, and it wasn't made very clear last night that I, urged Melissa Oakley not to let this go, was the fact that apparently it was a county employee who gave the individual that 911 call.
Mm-hmm.
And according to Melissa, the county employee never obtained permission from any supervisors, any higher ups to give that. And said transcript had some very personal information to include address and everything on there. But it was medical stuff because it talks about things from EMS and everything. That's HIPAA, medical information. Yep. And my question now becomes, what is the county doing with that employee? Because it is scary to me that there is an employee running around working for Onslow County that is giving out protected health information to individuals who simply ask for it. Because if people are worried that their information is going to get out, especially depending on what their position is, are they going to be willing to call? I mean, I'd like to know, is this personal opinion? This employee needs to be fired because they gave out incredibly personal information for what? For someone to take it. And Melissa Oakley told me that this individual, and she told me who it was. Well, I already suspected. That person not only disseminated said information to the entire school board and the superintendent, and I think maybe one or two other employees, but also to various news organizations. Yeah. And how she found one of the news organizations contacted her and appalled and stated that they have instructed their staff not to run anything about it.
They contacted Melissa.
Protected health information. Yeah.
They're good for them.
So I think that, I think the bigger thing is the county has a problem that they need to fix. If they've got an employee running around giving out this information, because if it were my employee, they'd be fired immediately because you cannot just, counties always talk about checks and balances. Well, there is supposed to be, look at the situation with the FOIA request for the 48-page document that Walter Scott held up that they can't honor because they haven't reviewed the document. You would think that someone's 911 call with protected health information would have been reviewable before it was given out.
Yeah, you would think so. We're at the wall here, as you know, clockwise. All right.
Yeah, I'll see you guys.
All right. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that will really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. See how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up from a traditional lap bar to a familiar steering wheel experience for stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Unlock the possibilities of your lawn with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street in Kinston for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today.
Hold on, Doc. We'll be right with you after this next commercial.
Yes.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Whether it's a quick bite to go or a sit-down lunch meeting, make the Burrow Restaurant your midday go-to eatery. From small plates and appetizers, sandwiches, burgers, and salads, to steak, seafood, chicken, and pasta, there's something for everyone, including a kids menu. Or pick up a Low Country boil from the Burrow's Low Country Kitchen for your next office or family get-together. And craft cocktails to go. Restrictions apply. Ask for details. The Burrow Restaurant, 109 North Front Street in historic downtown Swansboro.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
And we're back, and we're joined right now on the phone by Dr. Rosemary Stein. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Oh, where did she go? Dr. Stein?
Well, she'll call
Hello?
right back.
There you are. Gotcha.
Myself.
You muted yourself, huh?
Yeah, I did, and not on purpose. That's the worst part.
Yeah, I understand. I do that too from time to time. What's going on?
Well, the weather is cooperating for a few days. We might get some rainy days here and there, but the kids are happy that they're in Alamance County. This is the last week of school.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure
so
they're happy.
It's a fun week. And the weather looks very nice. So kids are generally happy. We do seem to have a burst of illness, and it's the coming illness right now.
Yeah, well, that little smoky stuff coming down from our Canadian neighbors with the wildfires are supposed to be creeping into North Carolina this week. That may be a little concern. So got to watch out for that too.
Well, that's true because the air quality might decrease. You may not see a lot, maybe a tiny bit of haziness because we're so far south from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But it will diminish the quality of the air. And so for those of you who have asthma or have family members that have asthma, it may make a significant difference. So if you have severe or even moderate asthma, I would say that probably don't be outside excessively, especially on those dry days, because those particles will get into your airways.
Right. Yeah, that would be bad. Now, the kids are going to be out of school. Those already are, and their education should not stop here. Parents should not just let them sit on their backsides and watch TV or play computer games all week long, right? Every week.
Oh, that's a great suggestion. I mean, and you should be thinking ahead. Don't wait until 3 or 4 weeks of summer have passed and then realize, oh, this kid is on his phone or on his tablet excessively. Sit down, talk with him. Maybe you can give him a day or two to sort of relax and okay, what do you want to do? But after that, I'm all for they're having a little list of chores and to dos and making sure that they have an activity for each day, whether it's going to the library or that's why those camps are so handy. You don't have to think about it. But for those of you that aren't fortunate enough to have a camp already set up, then you have to be the camp. And what that means is that you have to have some scheduled activities for your child, but also some reading time, math time, and chore time.
Be a great time to put them to work, to be honest with you, in the yard, picking up whatever. If you don't have anything to do in your yard, send your kid over here. I've got plenty to do at the yard. Lots of little pieces of wood that fall from the trees when all the wind that we had. It's back in my back 40 here. It's all over the place. Pine cones, tree limbs, anything else. Pick them up.
Well, I think it's very important too to set a schedule and give them daily chores.
Absolutely. Have your own calendar up there on the wall. This is what you will get done today.
And the thing about parents, we think that we're doing it for our benefit. You're not. It's easier and quicker when you first starting off with this whole chore and task ordeal to do it ourselves. But child, they need to learn work ethic. That is exactly why you send your kid off to work and they're no good and they're lazy and they don't show up.
Yep.
Well, you can help that at 5, 6, 7, and 8. And certainly, if you haven't done it by then, at 10, 11, 12, and 13.
And the younger and the older that they get, these school kids, I like cooking, but it's time to put them in the kitchen and let them be their slice and dicers, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And start cutting up tomatoes or cucumbers or whatever you're having for dinner, and then teach them a little bit at a time. This is how you got to prep your stuff. This is what you need, and then teach them the basics of cooking. Just even if they open a can of soup and add some other stuff to it.
Yeah, open up a box of lasagna, throw it in the oven.
Yep.
You're learning.
You can, even with a can of chicken noodle soup, when everybody likes that, right? You can start out with adding some onions and some other seasoning to it, some other herbs to it, and actually almost make it a homemade thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are good suggestions for things to do this summer that teach your child how to take care of himself or herself.
Mm-hmm.
We remember the times as a kid, and I'm not advocating for that today because I don't think children would be prepared for that, but we were left on our own, sometimes 11 or 12 in our home. We had our list of what things to do, and it prepared us for life. But at least make sure that you are daily preparing your child for life. And summers are a great time for doing that. So school learning ended, but now it's time to learn life living.
And if for any reason you're in a job and you're lucky enough to be in a job that you can take your kid to work, don't do it just on a take your kid to work day. Make it a regular occurrence, not an everyday thing, but from time to time, let them see what you have to do and what they're going to end up having to do.
And you can have your child learn how to file and how to work the computer apart from looking up websites. These are really valuable things. If you're employed, go ahead and ask your employer if you could do that at least one day a month. Make sure you prepare your child. Don't just take them in. You prepare them. These are the things that you do. That's called being polite. You say hello to adults and you address them by sir, ma'am, all those good things. Those are great experiences for children to go into work. I remember my mom used to lug me all the way into New York City and have me work in her little accounting department, and she'd sit me there, and she would shoot awful looks at me if I said something inappropriate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully parents will take advice, and those who are listening here, and hopefully the kids will say, "Hey, can I go to work with you one day, every now and then?"
That would
That
be a
would be a
nice
wonderful thing to
experience.
do for the children. And if they don't have that opportunity, find things at home for them to do. Not just as punishment, of course, so that they will learn what needs to be done, what you have to do, and you even have to work, but you get home and you still have to work. So,
I agree. And I think maybe limit their time on social
oh,
media and
absolutely.
on their computers and other things, playing games all day long.
And texting back and forth and talking to everybody in the world.
Sometimes people, they don't know. So use
Yeah.
their time wisely. The summer is a great time for all parents out there and grandparents. If you're going to be the ones taking care of the children this summer, use the time wisely. And don't worry about that nasty look that keeps coming at you. Look some other way, parents.
I don't ever worry. I've had plenty of those from family and from other people too over the years, decades. So that doesn't bother me. So anyway, Dr. Rose, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rose.
Talk to you next week.
You got it. Take care. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of weather here. Tide Marine right here in Jacksonville sponsors our marine forecast every day, twice a day, at generally about 7:20 and again about 8:20. So we'll get into that. Tide Marine was there yesterday, and unfortunately there was a little mess going on with the internet, but we managed to get through. It wasn't ours mess. It was Spectrum's mess yesterday, and it was over a fairly significant part of Jacksonville and apparently over Newbern as well. I checked their map. So I don't know what was going on, but Tide Marine managed to get everything done, though George had to work his butt off trying to work around some of the problems that were happening there. But he was a busy little man yesterday.
Imagine you all were.
Yeah, we all were. We were all kind of sweating bullets there for a bit. But they managed to get things done. And one of our new guys down there, he sold a boat.
Oh,
over the
nice.
phone.
Over the phone.
You got it. You got the deposit, and they're coming down to take a look, see, and finish it up. Finish up the deal. Nice. It's Todd that was doing that. So
Congratulations,
if Todd's
Todd.
listening, congratulations to you. He said, "Yeah, I get my first one, and that's good." He just started, so
Aw.
congratulations. That's always a good thing. It is a family operation. That Elise works there, George's wife, and even the two kids, when they come in the afternoons, they've got chores to do too. So
That's good.
that's always a great thing. So that's why I say summertime is a good opportunity for your kids to experience some of the things that you do. So I like it. It's nice. Sideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. All sorts of things that you need, all sorts of things that you want. You don't have to need them. You just have to want them. Come on down, pick it out. Southwesterly winds offshore today, 10 to 15, seas 3 to 5, dominant period 5 seconds, sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Tomorrow, northwesterly winds 5 to 10, becoming westerly in the afternoon, 2 to 4 footers, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers a light chop. And on Friday, back to northwest we go. Winds about 5 to 10 knots, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 3 feet, sounds and rivers a light chop.
Okay, and today we have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 4 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 86, west wind around 7 miles per hour. Tonight, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 62, with a north wind 3 to 7 miles per hour. Thursday, a slight chance of showers with possible thunderstorms after 2 p.m., partly sunny with a high near 80. Thursday night, mostly clear, low around 57. And Friday and Saturday are going to be in the low 80s and sunny.
You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood, straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south from Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime, 910-328-3172.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint it, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Good morning, you bad, beautiful bosses. This is Carrie Cobb, your boss mortgage broker from Empire Finance, NMLS 1987537.
And good morning, beautiful people. This is Donna Riggs, your local realtor, here with LPT Realty in Onslow County and the surrounding areas of North Carolina. Your boss tip for today is to stop renting and start owning, because now is the right time to buy a home. Contact our team and let us help you approach the home buying process the boss way by building opportunities through simple solutions.
Text or call your lender today at 910-382-2188 or your realtor at 910-340-0224. Empire Financial, NMLS 2108504. Equal opportunity employer and housing lender. Visit empirefi.com for terms and conditions. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we're back. We're live and local. We appreciate you bearing with us this morning. We're running a little bit strange and some stuff.
Yeah, it's a little behind you in there, but we're catching up.
We're catching up. The Biden administration, you thought that they were coming after your gas ranges, stoves. Well, they are. Now they're soon to be finalizing regulations restricting which home gas-powered furnaces that we will be able to purchase in the future. The regulations proposed a year ago by the Department of Energy would restrict consumer choice and will likely drive prices higher. Of course they will. The agency could finalize the rules targeting residential gas furnaces, which more than 50% of American households rely on for space heating at any point over the upcoming weeks. I'm guessing this also includes gas logs for your fireplaces.
Well, here we have the EVs, the electric vehicles, and now they're going to outlaw gas furnaces, gas stoves. I just don't, I need more research. I need more information. I need to read and research, but I just don't see how the electric grid can just hold all this.
We've got some out there, naysayers. They, like me, I've talked with people in the industry, the electrical supply industry.
Right.
If everything were to suddenly switch over, go down, every summer we have brownouts and or blackouts
Yes, we
because
do.
transformers blow, things happen. Especially when we get a hot summer. A consumer group did a test study on an electric F-150 Ford pickup truck. Now, it's supposed to get 300 miles per charge, right? Well, no, it got 281 miles per charge on the average, driven in a normal way.
Right.
Then they put 10% shy of the maximum load capacity that vehicle could handle in the bed. Like the stuff you would go out and pick up, then it dropped down to about a little over 200 miles. So it lost almost a third
I didn't think about that.
of its power. Now, if you hook it up to your boat and you try to pull it,
Ooh, it's a lot of weight.
that's already, it reduces the distance you can go on a gallon of gasoline, and it certainly reduces the distance you can go on a charge of electricity.
That's a good point.
So, there's a time that we ain't going to get rid of gasoline-powered vehicles anytime soon. We're not going to get rid of diesel-powered trucks anytime soon.
No.
I did have to carry an extra load of batteries just to supply something for over the road, a long haul truck.
Could you
to get there.
imagine a truck like Tim, our friend
Yeah.
Tim drives every day?
Yeah.
How many batteries would it take just to
Well,
start that thing?
And how long will it take to charge it? There's, the country did not sign on. Some did, most did not even sign on to those little smart cars. The first one I saw was in 2008. I thought it was a half of a pair of roller skates.
It's so little.
It would not hold the stuff that I carry in my Jeep, much less, stuff that I used to carry in my truck. It would not be able to do that on a regular basis. There's no room for it. I'm all in favor of making vehicles as fuel efficient as possible. But we have some convenience expectations. We have some requirements as well. And the federal government is just getting a little bit overboard with these. So anyway, my 2 cents worth. We want to even talk about it for a bit.
Well, I agree, though, that we all need to start at home. I do a lot of, can't even think right now. I do it.
Conservation.
Yes, I do a lot of conservation and recycling, and I try to recycle as much as I can.
I do too.
And even if you have a piece of furniture you're getting ready to throw out, I will tear it down and take out the stuffing and recycle that to use in other things. And even the wood, I use wood that I've recycled from furniture on projects in the house.
Do the
But
same
we
thing.
we all need to, work harder at that. It's just like you and I and many of our other friends, Kelly too, growing vegetables in our yard. And you can recycle the waste from those vegetables too and grow new vegetables. So
All right, we'll talk more when we get back. We got Peter Wright coming in here in just a few minutes, so
Yes.
he'll be joining us at 8:00 right now. Let's take a quick commercial break. You're live and local Real Talk. We will be right back.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down home down the street on Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street, Maysville. Half boneless strip loin, just $6.99 a pound. Fresh ground beef patties are only $3.79 a pound. Prime London broil, just $3.99 a pound. Pork spare ribs are $1.79 a pound. Boneless chicken thighs, $2.99 a pound. And 10 pounds or more of fresh ground beef is only $2.99 a pound. And you get a 10-pound bag of fresh fried leg quarters for just $5.99. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. And they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, you get white, yellow, or bicolor corn, just 39 cents each. Whole seedless watermelons, sweet, just $4.99 each. How about fresh North Carolina blueberries, just $2.99 a pint. Fresh strawberries are only $2.99 a pound. Genuine Vidalia onions, just $1.49 each. And California cherries are $5.99 a pound. And you get 3 2-liter size Pepsis or Mountain Dews for just $5. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. Down home, down the street, where good things cost less, over on the Richlands Highway in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the P.
The spring has arrived, which means that project on your to-do list is here. Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville takes this time to thank those that serve us for our most prized possession, our freedom. When it comes to concrete, nobody does it harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated. 3661 East Highway 24 in Beulahville. Whether you need concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural projects, Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated serves all of eastern North Carolina. From driveways, patios, to livestock housing, concrete for outdoor kitchens. Mixed Masters has the concrete, and owners Scott Thigpen will gladly provide a free estimate. For on-site delivery, phone 910-298-6153. And they deliver on Saturdays. Nobody does concrete harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated of Beulahville. When you need ready-mix concrete quick, call Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville, 910-298-6153. Proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Duplin, Onslow, Jones, and surrounding counties. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
Cannonball!
Serving all of Eastern North Carolina's in-ground pool needs, Saltwater Pools is your go-to for summer fun this year. Whether you're in the middle of building your home or just looking to make your existing home into your paradise, Saltwater Pools will work with you to help make that dream a reality. We can specialize your pool to suit your vision of a personal oasis, with lots of options to suit whatever your budget may be, with features such as spillovers, heaters for those cooler months, wireless pump and light controls, animal-friendly features, rock outcroppings, tanning ledges, custom lighting. Call Saltwater Pools of Jacksonville at 910-333-5055 to start working on your backyard getaway. Focus on top quality installation, competitive pricing, and fully satisfying our customer needs. Saltwater Pools is ready to make your life a lot cooler. Call us at 910-333-5055 today, and we'll have you swimming by July.
Get your saltwater pool today. You'll love it.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Missouri inmate Michael Tassus was executed yesterday. He was charged, convicted, and of killing 2 jailers 2 decades ago during a failed attempt to help a pal escape from a rural jail. The 42-year-old man received a lethal injection at the state prison in Bonne Terre, I think that's the way it's pronounced, and was pronounced dead. It's a little after 6 o'clock. He was convicted of the 2000 killings of 2 jailers at the small Randolph County Jail. Seems to went to the jail to visit another inmate, and he was armed with a pistol. His apparent intent was to break the other inmate out of jail. And what happened to your microphone this time?
I turned around. It was laying down. It's okay.
I'm going to fix it one way or the other. All right, let's take a quick break for Fox News, and we'll be back on the other side. We have Peter Wright in the house has joined us, so hang in there. You're live and local, Real Talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSMA.
WSME Amplitude, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Before God and my family, I'm announcing I'm running for President of the United States.
Announcement from former Vice President Mike Pence in a video released this morning. No mention of his former boss, now primary opponent, former President Trump. Pence has a campaign kickoff event today in Iowa. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum announces his campaign today, too. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie got into the race yesterday. 7 people are shot after a high school graduation ceremony in Richmond, Virginia. 2 of them died. Police say the 19-year-old suspect in custody knew at least one of the victims.
Witnesses described the scene as utter chaos. At least 20 gunshots were heard. A stampede ensued. Among the dead, an 18-year-old male student who had just graduated. The other, a 36-year-old man who attended the graduation.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. The shooting happened outside a theater in downtown Richmond. A kid hit by a car during the chaos has non-life-threatening injuries. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
All right, we're back. And like I said, we've been joined by Peter Wright. He's one of those guys that he's one of them guys that you can ask questions about insurance and,
Yes, sir.
and get
Health
some straight
insurance.
answers and help you out too with them.
Because that's most important these days, your health insurance.
Yeah, got to have it, and you don't want to pay too much for it. And some people, I used to hear the phrase, I'm insurance poor, because so many people bought so many different plans and, covered everything from their sprained ankles to whatever. Anytime they made a move, go get a splinter, and I got insurance. I can go to the hospital. I can get this. I can get that.
Yep.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I had one friend, and he did that. And he'd go to the hospital, to the emergency room, and suddenly he was in the hospital for a few days just to get checked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
It didn't do him a lot of good because he passed away 2 years ago.
Mm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am too. He was a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
But he had all sorts of insurance. He had insurance on when he was working a lot. He had insurance on every piece of equipment that he had, paying out the yin yang for it, and it would generally wear out before he could, before anybody stole it or broke it or anything else. It would just wear out. So, but he just had to have insurance. He was a fanatic for insurance.
Mm-hmm.
You run into that?
Not often. I wish I did, but no, I'm joking. I don't like, and that's one reason I've put this. One reason we're going to talk today.
Yeah. Okay. Summertime, not the time that most of us think about. Hey, we need to change insurance plans or do whatever. We got other things on our minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are some people you can help even during the summertime with Medicare issues, right?
Yes, that's right. So I can still help the people that are turning 65 during the year. I can help people that have got the low income subsidy, or it's better known as extra help. In other words, if they're single and they're earning less than, I think now it's about $1,800, or pulling in less than $1,800 a month, or if you're married and you're pulling in less than $2,600 a month, you're able to still sign up for a plan by getting extra help. Also, people with Medicare and Medicaid, they can sign up still. And anybody, of course, moving from another county to this county, or anybody that's lost their health with their employer, for instance, if you're retiring.
Right.
So there's a whole selection of people I can help.
What's this COBRA stuff? You leave employment and you've got health insurance through your employer.
Mm-hmm.
There's something called COBRA, but you pay out the wazoo for it, right?
I went on COBRA when I first got disabled. When I first got ill, And yes, you pay about, well, for me then, I think it was about 3 times as much as I was paying before when I was with my company. But it does give you some insurance. Now, that was, of course, before I was 65.
Right.
If you're 65 and you get COBRA, you really want to be looking at going on to Medicare, because not just taking Medicare Part A, but getting the Part A and Part B, because COBRA is not a substitute. It's not as considered as good as Medicare, and so you can get late enrollment penalties if you don't take Medicare when you turn 65.
I don't think they asked me when I turned 65 if I wanted it. I believe it was just like an automatic thing, because I was collecting Social Security, and then all of a sudden I turned 65, and they said, "Here's your card." Huh?
Yeah, that's right. If you're turning 65 and you've already collecting Social Security, then it's meant to be automatic. I've come across a couple of people where it hasn't been automatic. And so I would always say, when you're about to turn 65, contact Social Security and make sure that they are signing you up for Medicare A and B if that's what you want. If, however, you're still working, then you can get your Medicare Part A, but most people don't pay anything for because they've worked for 10 years, or their spouse has. Paid taxes for those 10 years. So you'd want to get that when you turn 65 and possibly continue with your company's health insurance. You'd want to see which would be better. There are some companies where it's cheaper. It's cheaper to go onto Medicare and take an Advantage plan or a supplement plan.
You're running into companies that, it used to be, I remember when it was just part of your agreement to work for a company. You got their health care plan. You didn't even have to pay extra for it. That was just part of your employment.
Yeah. I had those days years ago.
Yeah. And then, of course, the health insurance started going up. The economic crap in this country was happening. So companies quit offering that. And some companies don't offer insurance at all.
Yeah.
They're not required to.
Well, I have a listener question. Ask Peter if someone can have more than one plan, like a Blue Cross and an Aetna.
You can have one supplement plan or one Advantage plan. So that's all you can have, basically. But you can have one Advantage plan or a supplement plan. So it's basically one plan. But perhaps if you may be thinking of you've got an Advantage plan with, say, Blue Cross, and you want a dental plan with Aetna, which is a separate plan.
Two different things. Yes. Yeah. I've got one of those.
Yeah. So you can have that, but you don't want 2 Advantage plans or or an Advantage plan and a supplement plan. I had somebody that was terribly confused and had the 2 plans for about 3 or 4 months without knowing, that she'd got both, and was still claiming on the supplement plan when they should have been doing it on the Advantage plan. So when if you ever have a supplement plan and you decide to swap to an Advantage plan, it's important, once you know that the Advantage plan is going to be in place, that you cancel your supplement plan at the end of a month before your Advantage plan starts, because they won't cancel it automatically, and you'll just keep paying. That the insurance company won't tell you, like you were saying.
Right. I still have a lot of folks that are not comfortable in understanding that you've got Medicare. Okay, now Medicare is supposed to be it, but there are companies that want my business, and they say they are Medicare. They're not Medicare, are they? But they can sign you up under their insurance company for Medicare. Is that the way it works?
I'm not fully understanding how you mean.
Medicare is a government deal, period. Bottom line, right?
Yeah.
You get that.
Yeah.
When you get
Yeah.
65, you're going to get it, right? But then I have all these companies calling me, and they say, just pick one, and they say, I'm Medicare. I'm calling you from I'm calling you from the Medicare plan. No, you're not.
No, they're not. You're not allowed to say you're from Medicare if you're an agent, or you're not meant to say it. And there can be a complaint made against you. You have to say you're a licensed agent,
right?
And you represent.
But you can sign. You as a licensed agent can sign people up for certain aspects of Medicare, right?
For Advantage plans and supplement plans. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, what is the difference from the regular Medicare card that I got originally when I turned 65 and the Advantage plan?
Right. So the Medicare A and B, which is the card you got, the red, white, and blue card, it covers you. It gives you good coverage. I mean, I had it for several years before I got myself onto an Advantage plan. And it does provide you some coverage, but there are limitations on what it will cover you. For instance, if you go into hospital with Medicare Part A, now, if you're in there just for one night, it's $1,600 that you've got to pay. Now, that will last for up to 60 days. So that first period, so you can pay $1,600 and be in hospital for 55 days, and that's the only amount that you've paid. But if you're in there, and I've been in hospital, I think 3 times in my life, and I've been in there for one night twice and for 3 nights once, I don't really want to pay $1,600. So with an Advantage plan, it can help stop that from happening. It helps to reduce that, and that is so with the Blue Cross plan, for instance, it's with the most common one, it's $335 per night for the first 5 nights. Now that comes up to $1,600, but if you're in there for 1 night or 3 nights, it's a lot less. So that's the first thing. The other things that the Advantage plan does is it caps the costs, so that if you were in and out of hospital multiple times, your bill could be quite a lot higher. It could be $20,000 or so. I'm saying in the worst case. An Advantage plan here, I think it's $5,650, but you can have a cap on your costs at $5,650 with a Blue Cross plan. I'm talking Blue Cross because that's the one that I've got permission to speak about for. According to CMS for today, but otherwise I speak about the other companies as well. But that's so you can limit an Advantage plan limits those costs. But with an Advantage plan, you still have some co-pays for various things and so on. So what I was suggesting, there are some hospital indemnity plans that you can have, which are a good choice for some people. A hospital indemnity plan you can marry. I call it marry to an Advantage plan. So that if with an Advantage plan you go into hospital, you're paying with the Blue Cross plan, you're paying $335 per night for the first 5 nights. And that worries some people. I've had some of my clients obviously want to get out of hospital as soon as they can because they really can't afford that. And so you could take a plan with a hospital indemnity plan that will pay you for that $335 per night for the number of nights you're in the hospital that you have to pay for, and you're then able to pay the hospital, so you don't have to worry about it. And the cost for that is about $25 per month if you were to do that.
Really?
Yes. So it gives you peace of mind. And if you wanted to add a few more things to it. There are other coverages too. So you get you can get an ambulance paid for. So trips to the hospital. I went in an ambulance at one time. It costs you about $2 per month extra. Outpatient therapy is just under $7. You can get $50 back, paid to you for up to 30 days of outpatient therapy. So if you had a heart attack or something and you needed to have therapy about it, instead of having the co-pays on the Advantage plan, you can have that paid for. It pays for you, pays directly to you, and you then pay the for the therapy. Skilled nursing care. That's the one thing that I thought, well, skilled nursing care, you're covered for the first 20 days on an Advantage plan without having to pay anything. But if you go, when I Googled it, I found that the average period for skilled nursing that somebody's in the hospital for is actually 40 days. And once you get to day 21, whether you're on an Advantage plan or for interest, a supplement plan, I'm just going to throw this in here, you have to start paying about $196 per day. Each day you're still in that nursing facility. So you want to be able to lie in a nursing facility and get better rather than be worried about being able to pay for it and get out of there as quickly as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives you that peace of mind. If you take it when you just turn 65, that would cost you about $12 a month to cover. So, and then there's outpatient surgical. You can cover that also, so that if you have an outpatient surgery, that's covered. It will pay you $250, for instance. So you're able to pay the surgeon. A hospital indemnity plan will end up costing you about $53 if you take one when you're 65. If you took one when you were and had all those bells and whistles I spoke about, so you'd have peace of mind about it. And like you were saying to me, so that's $53. So am I trying to make people pay $53? It gives them peace of mind. But the other thing you can do with a Blue Cross plan, if you can't afford that $50 or you don't want to spend it, you can take one of the plans and like a Blue Cross plan that gives you $50 back on your Social Security check. It doesn't give you as rich benefits with the dental and the vision, but it's still got some benefits. You can still get cleanings and so on. So you might take that. So you get the $50 back, and then you're basically paying $3 a month for this plan. And their rates, they've been in operation. I think the one company that I've helped people with, I helped about 25 people during annual enrollment period with this plan. Their rates have remained constant. They haven't gone up in the 14 years that they've had this plan in place. Okay. So it's pretty good.
Okay. When we come back, I want to talk to you about Advantage Plus, the Elite plan.
And I'd like to know about Rider for Cancer.
Yep, that's the other one.
Okay.
You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it. When Ronnie Watson and Steve Matthews first came to Emerald Isle, they came by ferry or private boat because there was no bridge. As the area grew, Ronnie Watson became mayor. And since that beginning, the Emerald Isle and Atlantic area has continued to grow and is one of the top family beaches on the East Coast. In 1978, Ronnie and Steve formed Watson Matthews Real Estate and joined the residential development of Emerald Isle. They were the developers of several residential subdivisions, including Land's End, Emerald Pen, and played a part in the development of Emerald Landing, Royal Oaks, Dauphin Ridge, and several others. Ronnie and Steve realized that the spectacular growth would not have been possible without the community, military families, and neighbors. Watson Matthews Real Estate, serving Emerald Isle and the Atlantic Beach area since 1978. Phone 252-354-2872. Online at watsonmatthews.com.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Tideline Marine, your one-stop shop here in Jacksonville for all of your boating and fishing needs, from fishing lures to all sorts of tackle, things like the Clark Spoon. Oh my goodness, the Spanish mackerel are running all over the beaches right now. Clark Spoons are great. Gotcha plugs, the Ozuri deep divers, just the things that you would like to have on your boat, you should have on your boat if that's what you're going to be doing. And if you need a boat, guess what? Tideline Marine can help you out with that as well. Got some Lund boats, some beautiful Lund boats in stock. Got a couple of Aqua Sports still in stock. And new to us, new to Tideline, new to the area, are the Aloha Tri-Tune boats. Now, the Tri-Tune is like a pontoon with an extra tune down the middle. It's got a tube that's the full length of the boat, about 23 feet, I think. That's what they are, 22 perhaps. And it's more stable, and it will allow more a bigger engine to be put on it and a faster speed. You can go do some tubing. You can do pour water skis. You can have just a great social event and a whole bunch of people standing around just for the evening, take it downriver and just celebrate the sunset cruises, we used to call them. So that's always a good thing. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Doors open in 6 minutes. Offshore today, winds out of the southwest, 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 5, dominant period 5 seconds, sounds in rivers of moderate chop. Tomorrow, northwesterly winds 5 to 10, becoming westerly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 4, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds in rivers of light chop. And on Friday, northwesterly winds 5 to 10, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon, seas getting a little bit smaller, 2 to 3 feet, sounds in rivers only a light chop.
There you go. And today, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 4 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 86, west wind around 7 miles per hour. Tonight, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 62. Thursday, a slight chance of showers with possible thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Partly sunny with a high near 80, west wind 5 to 7 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear, low around 57. Friday, sunny with a high near 81.
Advantage Plus limited benefit hospital confinement indemnity policy. That's a long sentence, but it's not even a sentence. What does it mean?
It's basically short for hospital indemnity plan, which is sort of what we were talking about. But basically, it's a plan that can go in conjunction with your Advantage plan and help limit some of the expenditures that you might have.
Okay.
You pay, and as I mentioned before the break, it normally costs around about $50 for all the bells and whistles to cover all those periods that Advantage plan doesn't. So you end up with basically a rock solid plan that the Advantage plan, but often Marriott too costs $0 premium, and you basically have all the that if you go into hospital, it doesn't cost you anything, so you don't have to worry about getting out of hospital quickly.
Right.
If you need an ambulance, I broke my back, and I was an absolute idiot because I was sledging down a slope. And I went over a 5-inch tall stone. It was like a sledgehammer up my backside. It winded me and tremendous pain down below. But what I didn't know was my T11 vertebrae had been pancake fractured. And what I did was I got my son to go and get my wife and get a car. And I managed to get there on my hands and my knees and get into the car and get taken to the hospital. I could be in a wheelchair. I was just so lucky. And that was because I didn't want to pay for the ambulance. So that's why I've got one of those plans, a hospital indemnity.
Will it cover a helicopter ride?
You're already covered with, but the ambulance is, if you have to use an ambulance, whether it's the helicopter ride or the road ambulance, that would pay that amount if you choose that amount. It's up to you what amounts you choose. But if you choose a full amount, or what I call the full amount, the amounts that cover the holes in the Advantage plans, it's about $50 a month. And so you could say, well, then I've got a rock solid plan. It's costing me $50 a month, 55 maybe. But you can also, you can take one of the Blue Cross plans that gives you the $50 back, or which gives you lower dental, but or you could even perhaps keep the normal plan, and after 3 months, because January, February, and March, you have that capability of being able to make one change to your plan, so you can get your dental work done. I mean, insurance companies wouldn't like me to say this, but you could get your dental work done in January, February, and March, say $2,000 worth of dental, and then change to the plan in April that gives you $50 back in your Social Security check. So essentially, you're just paying 3 months worth of $50 in a year.
Now, I'm reading some of the stuff over here. Like you mentioned earlier, There are 5 items here, five sentences that if you check any one of these, you're not eligible. But that's only if you're after 68 and you check it, right? If you're 64 and a half to 68, you don't have to even pay attention to these, correct?
You're quite right.
Okay.
So there is there's medical underwriting, but between 64 and a half and 68, you get it without any questions asked. So you don't have to answer the medical underwriting questions. And so I had somebody with Parkinson's disease who was 67 when he came to see me. So we were able to get him signed up for this, but there's no waiting period for it.
Okay.
So he was able to, the hospital coverage starts from day one. All the other parts, the ambulance, the skilled nursing, etc., starts a month after. So if you took it starting the 1st of January, the hospital's covered from the 1st of January, and all the other items that we spoke about, ambulance, outpatient therapy, skilled nursing, outpatient surgery, is covered from the 1st of February.
Now, after 68, you have to sign off on that. As if you check any one of them, you're not eligible for this plan. And one of them, of course, for me, in the past 12 months. Have you been treated for or been diagnosed by a medical professional as having a heart attack, congestive heart failure, stroke, TIA, heart surgery or bypass, peripheral vascular disease, malignant melanoma, or cancer other than skin cancer? So obviously with a bypass surgery back in November, quadruple bypass, I'm not eligible, right?
Not at the moment. But if you wait a year,
so after November,
after that, then you'll be eligible for it.
Okay. In the 12, in the past 12 months, have you been advised by a medical professional to have surgery, which will require an inpatient stay, but have not yet done so?
Yeah. So that would also get you at this stage. But once that time has run out, then you will be able to.
Once I have the surgery for another knee replacement, which they have not said that I need it yet. They just, I feel that I do. But I would be eligible for it if they have not told me that I needed it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's, if you, what's it say there? Surgery, let's just read that one.
Well, in the first place, it hasn't been in the past 12 months.
Yeah.
They told me 2 years ago that I probably would need to have the other one replaced
at some stage,
at some point in time.
Okay. But I would say
I'm good to go on that one. So I just got to wait till November to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a cool insurance. I've got it for myself because I've got rheumatoid arthritis, and I know that I'm going to be in and out of hospital, probably with. I've got a high risk of getting cancer and things like that. I've already had quite a number of skin cancers in it.
I've had one.
So, and skin cancers for me, it's that's okay. But I think it's the other with the medicines I take. So I think for some people, this is a great, great thing to add to a Medicare Advantage plan. It ends up making makes me feel like I've got a very solid plan.
Now let's talk about cancer. I think Lee's got a question there, right? There are cancer riders out there available, right?
I was reading about the cancer riders for lump sum cancer. It's a lump sum cancer rider, and it's where you can sign up for that. And I guess if you actually got diagnosed with it, you can get a lump sum payment for it.
That's right. You can do a lump sum cancer rider on this policy. I haven't helped people with a cancer I used to help people with a lot of cancer policies. I haven't signed someone up for a cancer rider using this policy. The reason is I would probably say get a separate cancer policy because if you wanted to cancel the hospital indemnity plan at some stage, for instance, you really got it, you really couldn't afford to keep both of them, and you wanted to cancel one, but you wouldn't be, you'd have to cancel both of them. So I would always say get the hospital indemnity plan and do a separate cancer policy. And this company, GTL, has two different types of cancer policies. There's one that actually they analyze your blood, and they are able to work out what type of cancer it is, and it can help your help the person, the doctor that's analyzing your cancer to work out how to treat you. So I would go for a policy like that.
What does that kind of policy cost per month?
A cancer policy. I'd have to come back to you next month and tell you that. I used to help people with them 6 years ago, and they were different. It was a different type of policy than the one that GTL has here. But I'll come back and let you know next month. I'll look into it.
Does any of this cover a facelift? Because I don't want to get bullied. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Get bullied?
Well, there's bullies out there. They talk about people being short.
Oh.
And, I'm sure that's, well, anyway, okay. Just curious. I was reading because I saw this reconstructive surgery here, and I was like,
okay.
Can I get some reconstructive surgery?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Does it cover things like, not cosmetic surgery?
Oh, that wouldn't be cosmetic, not for me.
Well, it's
I've
true.
got a lot of reconstruction I need to get done.
Well, it will cover cosmetic surgery if it's in the reconstructive phase, right?
Yeah.
Yes, like a woman that had maybe had a mastectomy.
Yeah.
And then had
Yeah.
reconstructive surgery.
Yeah.
You're out there.
So I keep getting email offers for everything.
Oh, I know it.
Junk emails.
Yeah, this is healthcare has come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much now. And thank goodness we have you to help us with it. I used my new plan that you got me back last December.
Uh-huh.
We changed plans,
Yeah.
saved me $100 a month.
Mhm.
Plus, when I went to and this is the first time I've used it just for a regular checkup, no copay. No
Great.
copay.
Yeah.
I was happy. I was like,
Yeah.
are you sure? Because I'm going to give you one last chance. Let me know before I run out the door. They said, nope, you owe nothing. I was like, thank you.
Okay, super.
Yeah, thank
Well,
you.
I'm glad you're happy with it.
Oh, I'm
So,
very happy with it.
I could use that
Yes.
because if I go to my primary caregiver, I pay $20.
Right.
If you go to somebody that says got specialist beside their name, I pay $40.
Right.
And it's for every visit.
Mm-hmm.
And see, we go to the same primary
Mhm.
care, and that's just the differences in our insurance.
Mhm.
But, and I know she wasn't on the PPO list there for a while, and I didn't ask if she had finally got back on it, but still no copay.
Yeah.
So, and I had blood work done. It's just a yearly checkup. I
Mhm.
think as you get older, you need to have those yearly checkups.
Yeah, mine's every 3 months
Yes. For you, yes.
for the first year.
But look how far you've come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they cleared me
It's
back in
amazing.
April. They cleared me for diving, resume diving, and to go
Mhm.
offshore. So
that's great
because that open heart thing, and they
Yeah.
cut things, and they don't want you bouncing around.
Patch them back together for sure.
Oh,
No bouncing.
That's great. Yeah. So have you got plans to go diving this?
No direct plans yet, but I will be at some point in time, late summer, early fall, doing something. Don't know where it will be. I may just drive down to Florida this year and do some lobster diving.
Oh,
yeah.
Will you be bringing back lobster?
They will be if things work out.
I'm gonna send you with a cooler with my name on it
No,
and some dry ice.
I will have a bag. I will have a big cooler.
Oh wow! Mm.
I travel with big
Lobster
coolers.
party.
That would be
That would be fun.
Peter. Thank you, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you as
Super.
always.
As always, Sal, how can people reach you again?
You can call me at 252 373 4056. I'll say that again. That's 252 373 4056. And I have a website. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Medicare Pick Your Plan. MedicarePickYourPlan.com.
MedicarePickYourPlan.com.
All right. I will get all that out today.
To put out there and take a look at, and you can probably click on it and even send him an email.
Right.
I'm sure he's got a spot there for it.
Yep.
Peter, thank you.
Thank
Good
you very
information.
much.
All
Nice
right.
talking to you.
Same here. You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back after a couple of commercials. Don't go away.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. These zero-turn lawnmowers are engineered for strength, versatility, and durability in one lineup with premium features engineered to leave you with a well-manicured lawn. Step up to the strength, comfort, and precise cut of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series and unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Hey, remember June 18th is Father's Day. This reminder is brought to you by Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert. Serving our area for over 40 years now, did you know Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer? Whether you're there to purchase a rifle or shotgun for hunting or competition or a handgun for personal security, Flatwoods Outfitters is our area's most complete firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters features a great selection of name brand long guns, shotguns, and handguns to choose from, and offers Onslow County's only outdoor range to practice and safely learn how to operate your firearm, which Flatwoods Outfitters highly recommends. The range is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 12 to 4 on Sundays to practice or sight in your scope. Flatwoods Outfitters, Onslow County's oldest firearm facility, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24, between Jacksonville and Swansboro and Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution. Phone 910-353-7593. Remember, June 18th is Father's Day.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
All right, we're back. Appreciate you guys staying with us. 910-333-0137. No, it's not. 910-333-0139.
I had to look. Well, you know, there's so much about health insurance that's really difficult to understand, and he makes it easier.
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to sit down with him later this year.
And I do urge anyone out there who has questions just to take a moment and call him, because that is one thing that I bypassed every year. I didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't understand it. And I just happened to see him and started talking to him about, why don't you come on the show? And the next thing I know, I signed up for new insurance.
And again, what did they start at September, October, whatever? They all
Open
these phone
season.
calls, and like I just wish I could figure a way to block them all as a block group. That's good.
I certainly do wish to. I just like every time I get a phone call, as soon as they start, I hit hang up and block.
Yeah, well,
I disconnect and block. It's just ridiculous.
Former Vice President Mike Pence, he's
How about that?
taking a shot at Biden, and the Democrats also take a subtle jab at former President Donald Trump. He said the late President Ronald Reagan is one of the greatest presidents ever. He announced his intentions to become a Republican presidential candidate in a video. He said President Joe Biden and the radical left have weakened America at home and abroad. The video's release came hours before the former vice president is expected to formally declare his candidacy in Iowa, the state whose caucuses lead off the GOP presidential nominating calendar. Let's see, what did he say about
It's
Trump?
gonna be fun.
He had something to say about Trump.
Yes, he did. I saw that and didn't really read it. Yeah, sometimes I just don't want to know.
Right now, Trump is leading the pack on the Republican side. Pence is the first running mate in 8 decades to run against his former boss since Vice President Joe Nance Garner unsuccessfully challenged Franklin Roosevelt in the 1940 election. He's entering the 2024 race, polling the mid-single digits, far behind Trump, and also significantly trailing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who trails Trump by double digits, but is firmly in second place, ahead of the former vice president and the rest of the field of actual and likely candidates. Pence is 64 years old today. He was Indiana governor when Trump named him his running mate in 2016. For 4 years, Pence served as the loyal vice president to Trump. Things have changed. Right-wing extremists, including some chanting, "Hang Mike Pence," stormed the U.S. Capitol, aiming to upend congressional certification of Biden's Electoral College victory that was overseen by Pence. In the more than 2 years since the end of the Trump administration, the former president and VP have drifted further apart. Pence has rebuked his former boss, calling him out by name while discussing Trump's claim that Pence could have overturned the results of the 2020 presidential election. My.
Well, you know, there's a lot of Republicans now are saying that he's alienated the Republicans and they're not going to vote for him. And I'll just ask you one question, because Mike Pence did not stand up for President Trump on January 6th and vote against accepting the
That would have been an effort in futility.
right.
He yes, he has to sign off on it.
Right.
But if he had not signed off on it, Trump would still not be president as of
That's
January
true.
21st, January 20th.
But there were so many that were mad at Pence for signing off on it. Would you use that as a reason not to vote
No.
for him?
What was the alternative? A revolution?
Well, I don't think
There was
it
not going to be another
right.
election. That was not going to happen. Not in the cards. Just,
Well, it goes both sides. A lot of you've got your MAGAs who claim that Pence is a rhino, and then you have your less MAGA inclined Republicans who think that Pence was too Trumpy. So
Trump was a loyal vice president.
Pence, yes.
Pence was a
we knew what
loyal
you meant,
vice
right.
president during the Trump years. When the Trump years were over, he was not going to go against America and against what the American people chose.
Right.
Period. Why would you? That's
Exactly.
just not practical.
Well, I will tell you right now, mark my word, I am not putting out there whatsoever who I think I would like to vote for I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wait for the debates. I'm going to have to wait to see all these campaigns and the campaign speeches. And I'm not making a decision now. Definitely. I don't have a favorite. No favorite at all.
No, I don't either.
In fact, I'm kind of disturbed on the ones that do think they want to run for president. I'm like, Chris Christie.
What? Why?
Yeah,
You know you ain't going to get it.
Why? Exactly.
You're not going to get it, Chris.
No.
So give it up. Let's take a break. You're live in Local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
Your plans include travel or getting on the water this summer, please do so responsibly. This reminder courtesy of Waterway Realty in Swansboro. If you are looking to purchase a second home, condominium, cottage, little fishing hut to get away in, Waterway Realty can help. Buying a new or second home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, but it doesn't need to be complicated. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro, can help. Waterway Realty offers personalized service and experience when buying a home and will answer all the questions you may have about schools, transportation, shopping, and all that goes into buying a home other than just the price. Todd Matthews is a local boy growing up in Swansboro and is ready to help you find the home you're looking for. Give Todd a call today, 910-330-8659. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbin Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and custom threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158. At Sound Furniture and Appliance of Cedar Point, they are proud to have been in the furniture and appliance business since 1965, and their goal is to continue to offer the best products and services to their customers at exceptional prices. Whether you are furnishing your year-round residence, beach house, condo, or office, they have the furnishings to fit any style. Their sales and design teams offer professional and personal service with product and fabric selection. Sound Furniture and Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, carries name brands such as Sealy, Lazy Boy, and appliances by Sub-Zero, Wolf, Code, and Hashizaki. Financing and local delivery are available. Sound Furniture and Appliance open Monday through Friday from 8:30 till 6 and Saturdays from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. Phone 252-393-8130 for Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with a tire vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back here for the last couple of minutes show today. Appreciate you guys listening. And what else did I have here?
I don't know, I'm still figuring out some of these executive orders that a gentleman spoke about at the county commissioner meeting in the school board. And I've been researching them and I'm really confused because I'm like, what part do they play in our county government? But one of them that was mentioned was Executive Order 13848. And that has to do with foreign interference in a United States election.
Mm-hmm.
And then Executive Order 13961, Governance and Integration of Federal Mission Resilience. And then Executive Order 13838, Exemption from Executive Order 13658 with recreational services on federal lands. I was curious.
What is that about having recreation at board camp, was you?
I have no clue. I haven't looked up the law of war 6.9 and 18.1 yet, but this is what this gentleman was talking about during public comment at the County Board of Commissioners meeting and the Board of Education.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've got to look these up.
Yeah.
So.
All right. That's what it is. Hey, Steve, how are you?
Hey, guys. Hope y'all doing well this morning.
Kicking around. What's
doing
up?
Good.
Hi, guys. You've been an informative show. Just wanted to call in and say hey before y'all got out.
Well, hello.
Okay, goodbye.
Tell y'all to have a blessed day. yeah.
Rayford.
Hey, a short admission. Yesterday, I told you something incorrect, or I stated it wrong when I said that FBI isn't supposed to share accusations. I meant to say they're not supposed to share confidential information contained in that accusation.
Correct.
So I misspoke. So I wanted to make that claim that I was absolutely wrong in the way I said it.
Yeah.
And I understood your reaction to that. But other than that, just wanted to make that disclaimer on myself.
All right.
But other than that, y'all have a blessed day, and
You too, Steve.
thanks for a cool show.
All right.
It was interesting.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
Well, thank you, Steve.
New report from the Southern Poverty Law Center, the SPLC, lists some parents' rights organizations as hate and anti-government groups, just like the neo-Nazis and the KKK. That's what they said. With their release of their Year in Hate and Extremism 2022 report on Tuesday, the SPLC appeared to change their infamous hate maps to now be a map of hate and anti-government groups. After counting 733 hate groups in 2021, the number has now increased to 1,225 hate and anti-government extremist groups in the most recent report, many of which were focused on education. According to the new report, schools have been on the receiving end of ramped up and coordinated hard right attacks after being spurred by the right-wing backlash to COVID-19 public safety measures. Parental rights groups appear to have grown into an anti-student inclusion movement that targets any inclusive curriculum that contains discussions of race, discrimination, and LGBTQ identities. Really? So if you're voicing opposition to your school board or to your school system about some of the things that they're doing, then you're a hate group.
Well,
according to the SPLC.
I think we have a lot of good concerned parents about
We
a lot
do.
of things that do take an interest in the Board of Education and
Parents
the
do,
curriculum.
but
Yes.
now there are some groups of individuals out there who go around and create nothing but hate and discontent. We know that. We
Yeah.
watched them a couple times this week.
Yeah, if you watch the county commissioners meeting, the Board of Education meeting, it's the same people.
They do not have the.
It's what they do.
They do not have the best interests of the students or the citizens of this county.
I do not believe so.
I
either.
do not believe they do. They'll have to prove to me otherwise. They've got to show me. I'm not from Missouri, but I am stubborn. Until I see something that, as we did see things that were going on in the school board, at the school board some time ago, we did say that things needed to change.
And I think they've done a great job at coming together
Yeah.
and working together and rewriting policies that have not been touched in years.
Yep.
And it takes time.
And sometimes a organization has to take it upon itself to police itself.
That's right. And sometimes what may have been in policy 2 years ago may not be good for what we're doing today.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
you know, you're constantly changing and updating and reorganizing. And I think we need to give them the chance to do that.
Coming up right after the show here, we got Fox News break, of course, and then at 10 o'clock, we've got a dose of the Daily D's with Rick Dees in the house, and he'll be on for 5 hours. And then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Hollywood Man in the newly painted studios downtown.
He was playing some good music the other day.
Well, he always plays good music.
Yes.
But those studios downtown are looking nice and clean. They had last month. They had a little bit of a fire inside.
Things got a little hot.
They did get a little hot. So not like they get hot here or at the county commission or school board meetings, but they did get hot, and had to shut down and operate remotely for a while.
You know, it's a shame that we watch these meetings just to see the drama. Shame on us.
Yeah, I know. That's the way it is. Meanwhile, you're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME, wishing our running mate here, Kelly Knapp,
Speedy recovery.
Speedy recovery. She'll probably be out for the next couple of days, but she will be back in full strength. And shall we just say she's going to be ornery as ever?
I'm not saying that.
I got her going again
I'm
now.
scared of her. She'll kick my tail in.
Have a good rest of your day. Lee and I, we're back tomorrow if the creeks don't rise.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Two more Republicans joined the presidential race. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum and former